So I ventured to a company called Lucid. Now I've come to visit this place a number of times. They do some amazing military conversions, so it's a lot of Land Cruisers that get changed into these incredible military spec, and I've come to visit them for a number of reasons, and mostly has been about suspension, because what we do is we add weight to a normal 70 series or whichever vehicle you're turning into an overland vehicle. And speaking to the guys that are doing custom work and adding 6-7 tons to these vehicles by armor plating them, they are specialists in suspension setups. I'm here for a different reason today. Let's go inside and meet the owner, Dana.
Alright, Sean, first off, thanks for coming around today. I know we met a couple of years back and under completely different circumstances. Yeah. As you know, we're very well versed and known in the industry for taking part in developments, processing for materials and assembly of certain products and stuff in the military industry.
Your designs of some of the products that I've seen that obviously we've never been able to film or do anything about, but it's been incredible what you do, which intrigues me even more.
Yeah, so we sort of sat back and had a look at the bigger scope in the industry as well, and through the suspension side of the business that we also run, we came upon a firm understanding of what you guys are paying in the leisure market for bolt-ons for your vehicles, right? Okay. So based on that, we sort of sat and we went and did costings and played around with a couple of ideas within the company.
Okay, so you're going to give me a big rotisserie turret for the top of my car and I can mount a 50 cal plastic gun or something? Or what are we talking about here?
Yeah, it's toys related, it's definitely toys related. So what we've realized is there's a lot of products that's getting imported into the country, right? Like bull bars, side runners, you name it, bolt-on accessories for vehicles like you guys use, right? So we've developed a product that I would like you personally to come and have a look at as a outsider opinion and also extreme 4x4 junkie, if I can put it that way, right?
Thank you.
So we've tried to value input from people like yourselves in introducing the product into the market. You know, first off, we think we came up with quite a attractive looking product. You know, I'll show you in a little bit what the product is. But at the same time also a functional product, you know, that give you guys options if you guys are, sometimes if you buy like say a bar from the OEM market.
So we're talking about bull bars, bumpers,
those type of things.
So the bolt-ons that are already going onto the military vehicles.
Yes.
And side steps, all this kind of stuff. Okay, so that makes sense because you're already manufacturing it for that market.
Yes. And
why not bring it into our market?
Exactly, you know, and the biggest thing that I've noticed what's driving us into this direction is what the leisure market and the 4x4 market and the weekend warriors are paying for those bolt-on solutions getting it onto their vehicles.
Well, we've only got an option of, I'm not going to name any brands, but I think there's only 3, 4, 5 brands that are doing it, and they're mostly Australian brands.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And we're paying a premium for them.
Yeah, 100%. You know, and as we also know, a lot of those products is manufactured outside of Australia, not in Australia. You know, so
really?
Yes.
So, yes, okay. So they are the brands that are manufacturing in China, mass producing, and then branding it. And I've been noticing that a lot more, especially when we go to the big shows, the big off-road shows, and IDEX is just on its way around the corner. It looks exactly the same product, but this one has got this brand name and that one's got that brand name, and it looks identical.
Exactly. You know, so what we've identified in the market is that there's definitely a breach in the market that we can achieve by manufacturing the products in the country. So we design it in-house with input with people like yourselves.
Well, that changes. But hang on, the military products are so expensive. How are you going to even get into our market here? Because, you know, I'm expecting a government organization is going to be paying 10 grand for a bumper.
All right, so that is where it's actually the opposite, right?
Really?
Because of the volumes of the vehicles that the guys are building, everything is a very cutthroat market over here in the Middle East, right?
Yes.
So everything is very price sensitive and price driven, right? So a lot of times what we found with some of even our clients is that a lot of times the challenge gets thrown on the table. Listen here, we got to manufacture a product, but we need to purchase this materials from China.
Yes.
And then I think to myself, oh, wait a minute, we can produce and manufacture the product locally. You don't have to pay the import cost. You don't have to pay the shipping cost.
Okay.
So yes, my product might be on the purchase price be like 50 dirham more expensive than what they can buy it online, but they don't take in consideration the shipping cost, the lead time for the shipping cost,
But
the import
I now have
duties.
a product. I see where this is going. I now have a product locally manufactured,
Yes.
and I suppose because of all the metalwork you do, everything around
It's
here is
metal, right?
metalwork, and I wish we could show the stuff that you actually produce for that market, but that brings in me being able to build something or customize something the way.
That's the magic word. So we will have a standard product that you'll be able to buy off the shelf, right?
So you're going to mass produce
Locally,
a bumper
yes.
for Jeep and for Land Cruiser and for whatever the case may be, whatever
Exactly.
product line.
Yes.
So I can get an off-the-shelf product that's produced locally but produced cookie cutter, one size fits all, and then I have the ability to say, hang on, I would like to add on or do that, or are you just going to cookie cut it and send it out to dealers?
All right. So obviously in our dealer line that we've set up over the last couple of months during the development process for this is that cookie cutting product, as you say.
Okay.
They're like off the shelf, you can fit it and you can move along. There will be two different variations also of that. Right?
Okay.
Because the way that you guys are using your kit and the guy that is a weekend warrior is two different entities completely, right?
So you're going to do a metal bumper
Yes,
that I want the metal bumper purely for the looks,
exactly.
and then you're going to do a functional metal bumper for somebody like me that's going to be putting on a big winch, doing recoveries, basically abusing it.
You hit the nail on the head with that.
If you had to make a profit margin, a decent profit margin, you can beat the prices that are currently out there in the market?
Hands down, yes. Hands down, yes.
Show me what you got.
All right, perfect. Let's go and have a look. So this is now a finished cut laser piece, which is forming part of the bull bars. As you can see, it's a nice clean cut as well, so not a lot of preparation to put it into the product itself. And then location holes and everything for the fitting that makes assembly a lot easier. And then from there we just assemble it into whatever components and parts we need for the machine.
And this is 3.7 mil.
That's correct, yes.
That's a huge piece of metal.
Yep. So all the main components is out of nice thick material, so that it can carry the weight of the winch if you start pulling on the vehicle to try and recover yourself. All right, Sean. So now we had a bit of a look on the laser cutting side of it.
Very interesting.
The main reason why we're using laser, because of plasma and stuff, there's a lot of cleaning process that needs to go with the laser, gives you a slightly better part in cutting. So this part, what do you think this is? You saw it being cut.
Well, it's got an opening, so it's got to probably have something to do with the front, but it's all straight, so I don't know where the heck this would fit. Is it maybe something, a bash plate, or?
No, not at all, not at all. Actually, this is the plate that we do to mount your winch to inside your bumper.
What, like this flat, so this goes?
Yes, so your winch, these 4 holes here is for your winch to mount on.
Okay.
Right? Then we have an opening obviously for the spooling also to give a little bit of...
What, so you're just fastening it flat like this? I mean, surely there's going to be movement.
No, we wish we could, but unfortunately it's not going to fit. So you see the cut lines on it, right? It's just a marking line, as you can feel. It's not cut actually into the material.
Wow,
So that is to help the machine operators on the bending machine so that they can form the
So
part.
this is what this monstrosity is.
Yes, so this is a 175 ton CNC machine as well, so we pre-programmed that. On the settings it has a backstop that also helps us with the accuracy of the bending as well.
I love big machines and machinery.
So the guys are going to turn this into a physical part.
These little lines here, you're going to be folding this.
Yes.
So it goes inside
the bumper.
So the bumper is going around in the front here. The winch will come out the front per se, and this is going to fold up and then mount in so that the strength, it doesn't move like that.
Exactly. So now the only two pieces missing on this part is the end cap pieces. That's also getting welded on. And then once that is in, that sits actually over your chassis mounting point.
Of course,
so
because
this
that's where the strength lies. Yeah?
Exactly. So your winch adapter plate that fits on the inside of your bar, when you pull on your winch, you pull directly on your chassis. Alright, so now you can see your flat part has turned into a component which is one of three parts that makes up the winch bracket.
So this makes now total sense because that's the front. So if you look at it, well, you can't really look at it from that side, but that'll be the front curving where the bumper starts going around towards the lights, correct?
Correct, yes.
Yeah? And that we've just bent now.
That's correct, yes.
That's insane.
So this is now a final assembly.
Okay, with
that's
the end
coated
plates.
already with the ends. So as you can see, this welds directly into your chassis.
Okay.
So that fits directly on your chassis point, so you have three connections on either side directly on your chassis.
So there's two different types that you do, right?
That's correct, yes.
So here's the 3.7, this is your military grade.
Yes, this is 12,000 pound winches and up.
Yeah, okay, fine. And then for your lighter weight, so for somebody that is not doing heavy or just got a winch purely and he hasn't turned it into a full-on 4-ton overland truck,
that's
or for
more than sufficient.
A Jeep Wrangler lightweight vehicle, you wouldn't need to carry all the weight of a 4mm
Yes,
or 3.7 mil, because there must be quite a big weight difference between a 3.7 mil bumper and 2.7 mil. This is right.
This is 2.7. The shell itself will be 1.8.
1.8.
Yes.
So the difference in the weight over there must be quite substantial. I mean, your military grade, top of the range, heavy duty, versus somebody that is just going to be utilizing for a weekend warrior.
Exactly. Because also the big thing that we kept in consideration is not everybody that's going to spend thousands and thousands on upgrading the suspension and the coils.
So this is what we spoke
else.
about earlier, where you said that you've got an entry level and you've got a premium
level, yes,
set.
exactly.
So it's up to the person how much he wants to spend, number one, and then the functionality there as well.
Yes.
So if I'm going to come in and I want to make my vehicle look good, we're in the Middle East, right?
Yes.
What are we going to hit here? Not really much. We're not in Africa where there's cows, or
exactly
Australia where there's kangaroos all the time. Look, if you're going to hit a camel,
yep,
you need something heavy, but
yeah, for sure.
the roads are pretty much okay here. So I've got a lightweight Jeep Wrangler, or I've got my 76 series and I'm just utilizing it for dune bashing instead of overlanding.
Yes.
It's standard weight, it's a 2-ton vehicle. I don't need to go with the 12,000 pound winch, and I don't need to go with a heavy duty front end bumper, because that now this affects my suspension.
Exactly.
Because it's going to drop my suspension. Even though I've got a 2-inch lift, I might drop down to 1 inch because of the weight. So I might have to put strengtheners up there or go with a heavy duty front end load, which then changes my drive. So a lot of the people might just want the weekend warrior, lightweight, looks good, and it is functional.
Yes, exactly.
Because even 2 mil is functional.
Yes, for sure.
Right? I think most of the bumpers that you do get on the top brands are there and thereabouts anyway.
Exactly. Now that is what makes a big difference between us and a lot of the top brands, well-known brands out there in the market, is that we try to cater for client-specific requirement. So if you go and buy a bar like what you have on your car,
yes,
that's the bar. You
have no choice.
You have no choice, right? So if the weight of the bar is over a certain level, you have no choice but to spend the money to upgrade the coils.
I'm going to hold you to that, because you've invited me to come through today to have a look at what you do, have a look at your beautiful machines, and you're going to be fitting a standard bar onto my vehicle right now.
Yes.
And you've told me I can have carte blanche on that and see what we can do.
Exactly. So we'll fit the standard bar, show you the differences which we briefly discussed already. And then from there, if you have
we'll see how flexible you are and how flexible the company. You've said, if I want to do customization, if I think that I need additional recovery points or anything like that, and I utilize my truck a lot different to anybody else. So maybe the person that walks in here might not want everything that I'm going to ask you to do.
Exactly.
We'll see. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, this is what we're doing today.
Yes.
And then we'll come back in a couple of weeks' time. But I can't wait to that. It's almost done. The guys are going to start just doing a light fit now.
Yep.
The bumper's off. The standard bar that you've produced is going on. We're going to lightly fasten that. And then I want to see what that looks like on the truck.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Right.
All right, so we got it onto the beast now. So obviously you can see quite a bit of a difference on what it was before.
Massive difference. I mean, look at the size here.
There's no entrance holes, but you got a lot of working and moving space over here.
See now, here's all your...
You see the vents and everything.
The vents that are coming through here.
This
is huge. I mean, this is like... Okay, and now you've gone with the smaller spotties, as you were talking about earlier, for the air control.
Yep.
Okay.
So we can play with all of that.
This is quite thick. What's this? This is
48 mil.
48 mil.
Yes.
Okay, so this is your entry level starter bumper.
Yeah, 100%. This is completely entry level. So on the entry level, you will get your little spots with it. You will get your drive lights here too.
And we've got
indicators as well.
I didn't have indicators on the last one.
Yep. So this is also two-way light. So it can work through your dims and brights.
So we've got a driving light
and bright lights on that as well, which will give you obviously some more light extra.
Nice. And we've got high lift jacking points.
Yes, sir. And then
and it falls. Okay, obviously we're just hanging it right now. It's not. It hasn't been fastened. It's just for looks, whether I'm going to get one or not, to decide.
Yeah. As you said, you've got a couple of challenges for us with some extra goodies you possibly want on it.
So I think let's get into it.
All right. So
these are nice.
Yep.
Okay. Love them. But what I've been looking for, the big spotties have been great.
Yes.
And they give me a long range, but in these spotties they also give me a spread.
Yes.
So could I opt for a nice skinny light bar over here?
Yeah, sure, why not?
So spotties through with just two spreads on the end.
We can have a look at that, yeah.
Spotties like that.
Yeah, no problem. Easy.
We're going to obviously mount the winch.
Yep.
Right, so part of your premium package, you do have the option to put with a winch. Custom can either give the winch or you'll provide them with winches, right?
Exactly, yes.
Okay.
So
the winch bracket, we saw how you made that earlier today.
Yes.
So we'll do that.
So just to clear that up, on the entry level bumper, the winch bracket is additional.
Yeah.
There's a nice
at that price, you're going to expect. You're virtually giving this stuff away.
Almost. Then you have a nice protection plate that closes all of this in once you don't have a winch in it as well.
Okay.
Our top plate also works with most of the winches in the market.
Yeah.
So so now you said you have a couple of additional things you wanted to add. So what do you want? Let's see if we can help
we're
you.
pulling trailers. We're fooling around, obviously, with different kinds of recoveries.
Okay.
So recovery points for me are important, right?
Yes.
Now you obviously get the chassis mounted recovery points.
Yes.
But I would also like the option to have a tow hitch mounted in the front here.
All right, done.
Okay, so tow hitch. So when I'm either pushing in a boat or pulling a trailer, I can use the nose to push it in and out. It's important.
Yeah,
especially when you get stuck with a trailer or somebody else is using a trailer, they get stuck. Pulling it forward sometimes doesn't work.
Yes.
Reversing the vehicle sometimes works better.
Exactly.
And also, I've got the winch to move it forward, and then I can connect it, rip it out. So I think it's important for your premier brand to come out with something like that.
Perfect.
And then obviously you've got the recovery points that are coming straight off the chassis over here. Nice and easy recovery points that could be part of the structure coming straight off here.
Perfect.
Sometimes the recovery points are way back here, and it's just a pain in the butt. So having the recovery point nice up front here would be awesome.
We will also put it in line with the pulling of the chassis for you. If that works.
Yes, so we mount it straight there, so obviously it's all pulling off the chassis.
Yep.
And then since my vehicle is going to get Raptor coated, could I Raptor it?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, this is a Raptor as it is. This is just a smooth, right?
This is just a smooth, yes.
Smooth Raptor coat. Could I go with a nice aggressive Raptor coat on it?
100% we can do that.
I love the Land Cruiser logo over here.
Yeah, I think it goes with the truck, right?
Very cool.
So yeah, we can definitely do that. So I'll get the boys on getting a design drawn up for you on adding this part in, the 2 recovery points on the side. Obviously for the ventilation, I will see how this works. Maybe still keep some ventilation areas open as well to still help with the airflow coming into the vehicle. And then we can do a little light bar on that. That's no problem. That's hence why it's designed like this. If you look at it,
you can either do big spotties or. So these lights come standard with the entry level, and as mentioned earlier, contact the guys at Lucid, contact down over here or the team, and you're going to be blown away about the prices over here. It is whatever you thought you can get from the manufacturers over there, you can pretty much get away with a little bit more than half, but closer to the halfway point. So really good value.
In our marketing moving forward, we will do these bars as a standard product, which we will have stock on the shelf for as well. But then obviously if you want to put little tweaks,
you're supplying to other dealers as well, right?
Yes, 100%. We've
so
already
if you go in there, ask them, was your bumper locally produced? Was Lucid involved? And if so, or if not, ask them why they're not dealing with them, because why are we buying Chinese products or brand names that are made in China, and you don't have the guys that are actually knowledgeable in steelwork right here in the United Arab Emirates at a very damn good price. Again, I'm going to mention the price. Oh, we did talk about, so you're going to start doing bash plates as well, and undercarriage transmission protection and all of that as well.
I'm glad you asked him, because I actually have something I want to show you.
All right. How awesome does this look? I don't want to give it away too much, because I mean, obviously I want to get away with a good price here, but how awesome is this?
So considering the conversation of the bash plates, I think we made a bash plate for your truck already. So
there we go.
So that should just go directly in there, look, lines up with your bolting points and everything.
Because I destroyed the last one that I had.
Alright, we will have stock of these as well. If you need a new one, there's availability for that.
Awesome.
So
well, there we go. Guys that listen.
And then we also have a transmission.
And that's lightweight, nice and lightweight.
Yep,
awesome.
aluminium.
And it's, I think that's going to work a chop. Nah, you saw what my other one looked like.
Yep.
It's, thank you, sir.
Most welcome.
That's awesome. Right.
And one more last thing, we also have a protection plate for the transmission cover at the bottom. So
that is.
So we have that. You just need to tell me whether you want it NC black or if you want a Raptor. Choice is yours.
See, choices. Not like Mr. Ford. You can get it in black, or black.
We would prefer black, but you know, we got to be flexible. We're in a modern society. Apparently pink is the new black, but I still like black.
Alright, well, I like it a lot. Can you put my old bumper back on, please, so I can go home, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks?
Yeah, sure, no problem. We can definitely do that. Thank you very much.
Excellent. See you in a couple of weeks.
See you in a couple of weeks. Alright, thanks for bringing this up quickly. So, obviously we got Sean here from Exhibition Extreme.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So he really likes what we're doing, and he's bought into the idea that we want to take it from the military side. Obviously, come in.
Hello.
Hey, Sean. Hey, Sean. This is Steven. Steven, that's Sean.
Hey, Steven. How are you doing, man?
I'm fine. Good to see you.
Pleased to meet you, brother.
Yeah.
Alright, so in the conversation that we had on the floor now with the base model design, there's a couple of changes that I would like to integrate, obviously for him as a 4x4, which we didn't have to consider for the armoring side. But I think it could potentially also be a benefit for some of the armoring guys moving forward. So,
well, how do I see this? Oh, look at that, look at that. Okay, I'm just going to stand up here if you don't mind.
Yeah, no problem.
Right, Stephen, so I think you've done a fantastic job, mate. This is the same bumper that we had on earlier, right? Okay.
That's correct, yes.
Right, what I would like first of all, you see the wraparounds that you have here?
Yeah.
Okay, functional in many markets across the world.
Okay.
So this wraparound normally then will have the scrub bars
Yeah.
that connects to it. Okay, it just adds a lot of weight for us over here in the Middle East. We don't really need it. We're not going through that thick bush. For the armored vehicles, they obviously have it. It's roll protection when it goes on its side. It doesn't hurt the vehicle. For us, you might have 1 or 2 clients that will want that.
Oh, I see.
Okay. For me personally, right now I've got a wraparound like that.
Okay.
I've got water in my front light. I've got to remove the whole bumper to replace the headlight. Okay. I'm not going to have the issue. So if you could straighten this for me slightly, make it look pretty, but have that accessibility. The wraparound is no need. I mean, we have 1 or 2 trees in this place. We're in the desert. Don't need that. The other thing we were talking about in the front over here, I'd like a tow hitch receiver.
Okay, let me just note that.
And then we were looking at 2 recovery points.
Yes,
in
2
the front,
recovery
yeah.
points.
Okay.
Yes.
Is this image? Can you move this?
Yeah, we can rotate
Alright,
it a
close
little
this.
bit.
Don't make notes there.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Can you turn this image up and down a little
Show
bit?
the bottom end of it.
There we go. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So what we was thinking, I want a tow hitch receiver over here,
Oh.
right? So in the middle. So the same as a tow hitch receiver at the rear, I want it in the front. So if I want to push a trailer forward using the momentum on my vehicle or pushing it into somewhere, I can do that. I have another recovery point there, and then I want 2 recovery points off the side here. How is that going to mess with your design?
The 2 recovery points that we can add in here, Stephen, sorry. On the chassis, we line that up here. We just need to see, because we still want to have that airflow into the bumper.
Yeah, which is important.
So we just need to have a look and see if we integrate it in that area, if we can still give some airflow from the bottom of the bumper into...
Yeah, I like this idea with the airflow. For me, functionally, I want something there. And then obviously the the recovery points that are coming straight off the chassis mounts over here shouldn't be an issue for you.
Okay, yeah, that's perfect. Okay. We can just add in that, that's no problem.
Alright,
And then the boss said he'll Raptor coat it for me, so that's got nothing to do with the design. Otherwise, I love it. It's absolutely awesome. It is really, really cool, man. Well done.
Alright, so how much time do you think it will take you to...
Well, you've already told me the time. There's no asking the designer now.
Alright, because
I made me some special promises that I could do whatever I wanted.
So part of the deal
And I
is
can be
that
back
he
in
can
2
throw
weeks.
some of his ideas in, but he's going to be back in 2 weeks' time.
Okay, 2 weeks is more than sufficient for to do it. Yeah,
So
Yeah, but then we got to build it and paint it, and then he's coming back for fitting, yeah?
So you can send it to those lovely machines that I've just been looking at.
Yeah. 2 weeks is
Man.
Okay. Alright.
Your job's awesome doing all of this, but I like those big machines better.
cool.
Alright, perfect.
Alright,
So,
well, that's it. Deal's a deal.
great stuff.
I'll
Done deal.
see you in 2 weeks.
See you in 2 weeks, mate. Thank you very much.
Good luck. And make it look as pretty with those extra little ugly things that are sticking out.
Definitely.
Good guys, we'll see you then.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Sean.
Rock and roll.